Hello Guardian, Mike here, one half of the Hello Guardian podcast team. This video will cover today's weekly reset, so if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button so you won't miss any future content. Thumbs up if the video helped you out in any way, and leave a comment below of what your favorite part of today's reset was. Without further ado, let's get into the content. So this week, July 14th, we do have a new update to the Eververse store as well. We'll cover some of the content right now, such as the Radar Scout accessory set. This comes with a Sparrow, the SK-1 multiband rover. You do have custom drive on it, as well as it looks like a randomized perk. So on the Ghost, the multiband shell, we are looking at Banji's favorite, as well as Treasure Hunter on the multiband Ghost shell, part of that Radar Scout set. Then we're going to go down the line here. The first exotic emote is Commanding Presence. Kind of applies the Zavala armor to the arm piece, and the Desk Smash, which is pretty fitting of Commander Zavala. Then we'll go on to the next ship, the VG-17 Flying Fortress. Has some glass-like panels on the outsides of it that has like a gradient shape. And then you have Objective Reality, the weapon ornament for the Truth rocket launcher, new to Season of Arrivals as well. You have the August Ghost Shell. Has the blue and white pattern effect. Kind of a weird shape. But it's for ghosts who celebrate the light. Next is a Ghost Projection. And then we have the Fast Lane Exotic Ghost Shell for ghosts who like to drive and look good while doing it. It has the Speed Demon perk and Omni Telemetry. Then we're going to go down to Bright Dust. You can get the Concentrated Matter Gem, which has the chance of dropping weapon modules, and then you have Glimmer Shard. Also generates Glimmer during combat. You have Scavenger's Boon, a transmutation device with the ability of create planetary materials. Then we have the Adonis Exotic Ghost Shell for ghosts who float with grace. One of my favorite looking ghost shells with Public Defender. And Guiding Light. Next is the Big Blind weapon ornament for the Ace of Spades. Has the gold look to it with the spade on the gun, as well as a spade on the gun handle as well, upside down spade. Pretty sharp looking Ace of Spades. Then we'll go into the actual Bright Dust store. I like to consider this the discount shelf. This is the Mic Drop emote, exotic emote. The VELOCIMANCER, another exotic ship, new to Season of Arrivals. We have the Fencing Salute legendary emote, which also is new to Season of Arrivals. As you can tell, I like this so much that I did end up picking this up in just a moment. I wish you can see it from the side, but let me show that a little later. Then we have the Marbled Orb Weaver with Toon Drive and a random roll on that last perk. We have the Reload emote, a rare emote. Then we have the Voracious weapon ornament for the Teraba, the Crown of Sorrows exotic weapon. And last but not least, a Ghost Projection, Rasputin Projection. And there you have it. That's the Bright Dust discount store at Eververse. Hope you guys are saving up a lot of your Bright Dust. There are some cool items in there for you to pick up for the week. Here we have the strike bounties for the week from Commander Zavala. That's kill 150 Fallen, play 3 strikes. And also get 150 Void kills, play 3 strikes. Lord Shax, weekly bounties. We have Crucible Void damage. And then we have just defeating opponents in the Crucible. Next up is the Interference mission. You got to make sure that Siege charged up for Eris' little phone calls to the darkness. Otherwise, all you're going to hear is static and interference. No one likes that. Charge up and keep bringing me that Umbral junk to tune my tech. We'll be kicking right along in no time. And that is the Recaster. There are no new Umbral engrams for the Recaster. Right now, it is all still the same arsenal. I've been grinding a lot for the SMG and the sniper rifle. Now for the Nightfall, The Ordeal. This week it's going to be on Mercury, a Garden World. We'll cover the perks right now as well on Master Difficulty. First of all, you'll have Martyr. Exploding units have more health. Then the 2 champions will be Overload champions as well as Anti-Barrier champions. You will have Lock Loadout, so you cannot change weapons throughout the Nightfall, including Match Game. You have to bust enemy shields of that element. Then the Togetherness perk, where you have to stand near enemies to regen health at an increased rate. You do have Champions Mob. This does throw in additional champions to get that platinum rating. And then last but not least perk is Root Algorithm. Void and aerial damage is increased. That is incoming damage. So this week, the regular Nightfall missions, we will have Exodus Crash. That does take place on Nessus. All of these strikes are H20 base power level. Then we will have Will of a Thousands. That is Zol. And then Broodhold, where you have the witch that can kind of split into 2. Pretty easy. This one was the exclusive to PlayStation with Forsaken. So those are the 3 Nightfalls for the week, if you guys want to grind any of the Nightfall loot for them. Then you have Flashpoint on Mars. Complete activities such as public events, lost sectors, and heroic adventures. You guys can do escalation protocol. That does count towards it. Not the most efficient, but that does count towards the flashpoint for your powerful engram. Then we will take a look on the moon for the nightmare hunts. The Master Nightmare Hunt is going to give you pinnacle gear. So the first one is Fogoth. And then we have the Nightmare of Dominus Gaul, followed by Tanix's Scarred. So all 3 of those are for the Master Nightmare Hunts. You do get granted, or you do earn pinnacle gear for that. Then we'll take a look at the Dreaming City. Petrovenge is in the original spot when the presence of Taken is the lightest. So you will find her over in the Strand on the bottom right of the map. And we'll check out to see what mission she has this week. So as we get to Petrovenge, you talk to Petra. She has a little intro about how powerful the Taken presence is on the Dreaming City for the week. Then we'll go into the first mission, is Broken Courier. This is the Strand only mission. You do have the ability of getting things to complete your Curse Breaker title, which I have not done yet. And that'll be it for Petrovenge this week, unless you're grinding the Ascendant Challenge as well as Blind Well for the Offering to the Oracle. So typically on the map, I like to go over all the pinnacle rewards. You do have the Prophecy Dungeon is going to be one of the pinnacle rewards for the week. That only drops at the final boss. The rest of the loot is powerful. Then you have the Season of Arrival's Interference mission, which will be a pinnacle reward, means to an end. The Crucible, Vanguard, and Gunsmith are only powerful on the weekly. And then you have Clash, which is the rotator match for the week, as well as Countdown. Those both are powerful only. Complete 4 matches and get your powerful reward if you're not quite 1050 yet. But pinnacle gear does come out of the weekly core challenges. That will be Survival, that will be Classic Mix, Rumble, and Control. Looking over to Gambit or Gambit Prime, after 3 matches, you can get a pinnacle reward at that point. That is for either or. If you do either or, it's just 3 matches of either. We'll give you the pinnacle drop for the week. Only use these if you're above 1050, of course. Now we'll hit up Mars. Mars is the flashpoint for the week. Hit the moon. As we said, the moon has the Nightmare Hunts or Pinnacle on Master Difficulty. So we're going to take a look at the Menagerie on Heroic. We do have Extinguish, Grenadier, Famine, and Solar Singe. If you guys have your Xenophages, 1k Voices, any of those will do absolute good damage, and your grenade abilities will recharge faster. So for you that are using Oppressive Darkness, you guys can use your Void classes and absolutely shred any boss in that. Also, if you guys like to challenge yourself for the Leviathan raids for the week, Prestige mode on regular Leviathan does have the Dogs challenge. And then we'll go over to the 2 raid layers. The raid layers will be the same in terms of what Prestige requires. So prestige mode will be hand cannon, sniper rifle, and anything in your power slot. That's called Arms Master. Every week they change weapons. And then prism is your elemental abilities will rotate through from arc, solar to void. If you match that damage on prism, which is a little buff on the left of your screen, it will do increased damage for that time. It will also break shields, or if you do not have that damage equipped, let's just say it shows void and you are trying to shoot them with solar, that may not do as much damage and may not drop their shields as quickly as you hope. So you always want to match the correct damage that prism shows, so come in with the rainbow loadout if possible. And that looks like that is it for the week in terms of all Pinnacles sources, as well as what the weekly reset looks like. You guys want to stay tuned for the 1 p.m. upload on every Friday on the Hello Guardian YouTube, as well as please follow us on Twitter. That is twitter.com/HelloGuardian. That way we can keep you guys up to date when the videos will go live and surprise you guys with new quote-unquote hidden content that we have not posted yet. So be on the lookout. Again, if you guys can throw us a subscription over on YouTube, toss a thumbs up on this video if you seem fit, as well as leave a comment if you made it to the end of the video, as well as what you liked. And we will see you guys next time. Take care, Guardian.